Welcome to another day of Ether Race. This is the last day for Astra season of this week, and we're taking on hopefully something that should be straightforward, but this is actually well set up, good enough defense in terms of like what it is. No near save, just the traps to cover the spots. Pretty straightforward. I think the two traps in the middle are the real ones, but I don't want to gamble them. I'm going to try to get this team here to work somehow. Basically, what I want to do is get up there and attack something, but I'm not quite sure who to initiate with, which has been an ongoing issue for this particular team. It's just a little bit short of actions. I think maybe I should go with Erica in the middle and let her do the initiation. But then I don't know who follows up because Erica doesn't have Gale Force, so whoever does the follow-up has to be able to go on the traps, I guess. I don't know, man. I haven't really thought this through. I just loaded this up. Notice the Igrin, and what's going to happen here is the terrain effects, where she'll be able to walk over the terrain and hit you with an AoE. Could have probably tried to Omni-Tank this, which is probably what I should have done, but there would have been no way to avoid the AoE. From my estimations, yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, one of them would have hit, and I don't have any Breath of Life or anything like that, any teams with that that skill for this week, so yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like I didn't do a very good job building my teams this week, particularly this one. This team is not great. I feel like it's short in action, especially in these scenarios where I'm just trying to figure out how do I break the structure and then get up there all on the same turn. It's missing someone like Felix, and I feel like Felix is actually the one that I should have brought instead of Dimitri.
I'll deliver.
Even though Dimitri is good, but the traps here are his enemy. And he just hasn't been able to really get in and do anything thus far since I've had him on the team. And that aside, he's just been dying a lot of times when I've been trying to attack into Reyes with him, whereas Felix would survive as long as I have null follow-up. And that was the reason that I didn't bring Felix, because I couldn't figure out how to fit null follow-up onto his kit. I'd have to either lose some speed in terms of the seal and go with a null follow-up seal, or change his A skill, which I don't want to do. I think Excel is really his best A skill. So yeah, not quite sure. I wasn't quite sure what to do. And I mean, even this doesn't feel like the right approach, because like I said, I think those two traps in the middle are real. And I kind of messed this up because I kind of wanted Shez to reposition I wanted Shez to reposition Thor up, but I've already messed up in that regard, so we're just gonna play this by ear and see how far we can get. I feel like this team is definitely lacking quite a bit, and I don't know how to adjust it, unfortunately. I feel like this is wrong. The plan here was to dance and then get up there, but this is too many wasted actions right here.
I'll handle this.
Yeah, I was even considering bringing baby Golveg instead of Dimitri here, and I feel like that would have actually worked out better, because Wings of Mercy, but then someone would also need to get into Wings of Mercy range. Probably Shez. Yeah, I don't know, man. This team is bad. I've already lost here because I don't have enough actions to take out the units that are threatening, which are Igraine, Sakura, and Golveg. Those three are definitely going to hit someone, and I just can't get out of the way, or I can't even get Dimitri up there. I've essentially taken out the wrong unit, which it didn't matter anyway, because the trap right there I'm pretty sure is real. So yeah, this is essentially a loss. I know I have two actions, so I could take out Sakura and Igrin, but
I'll handle
that
this.
leaves Golveg, or I could take out Golveg and Igrin, and that would leave Sakura. So, yeah, not an option to continue here. I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm just gonna try another one. GG's. Okay, here is Gigglepuss, and this is yet another defense that I cannot do anything about with my team compositions for this week. Man, my teams are just so bad. I'm gonna try to see if Layla can take out this Yunaka. If she can, at least if she can double, then maybe we can get something going, but it's already going to be at the cost of a couple of actions. So wasted actions yet again. Unfortunately, I have Alm here who, I mean, you know, he can potentially take out for Mortis, but not without a third hit when he's accompanied by Rhea. I would at least need to have, I would have needed to have given him Fatal Smoke for this particular setup to work, because he would have gotten the special jump from Thor based off where I attacked from. So that could have been an option, but I didn't do that, so here we are. And yeah, that's not even the problem. The problem is I don't have a way for the units to get in. So there's warp blocking here in the form of Rhea. And even if I am able to take out, let's say, one of the front units like Yunaka or something, the rest of the team is essentially stuck. We can't get up there, so yeah. They can get to us, but I can't get to them, and that's really going to be the reason for the loss here. Camilla, of course, we've seen what she can do. This team is not set up to tank Camilla, so there's yeah, I'm not going to be trying that in the slightest. I mean, at least we'll be able to see how, or I'll at least show how Alm without the Brave hits does into this for Mortis, which you know, I feel like his job is primarily to counter this for Mortis, because I don't have a lot of units blessed for this season that can actually take out this for Mortis. He's been really the bane of my, he's very, very good as a far save this winter for Mortis. He is still kicking, not falling off anytime soon, I don't think. I think he's even better than the baby corn. Second best far save behind the snakes, I think, is this for Mortis. He's very, very good. I highly rate him. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, I needed the Briar fodder, so I had to do it. I had to fodder him to Hector. But yeah, just gonna play this out and show you, or at least let's see if we can take out Yunaka. If not, you know, I'll play it out just to show you what Alm does to this for Mortis, and then, you know, let's see what happens from there. I don't even have the option of waiting a turn. I think Yunaka's range is just too far for me to potentially try to wait and set up. I don't have a setup turn here. Again, which is fine. You know, really for something like that, you'd want the fence, but not my style. Yeah. Let's break this and then, wow, reposition with
Will do.
Yep, and then I don't know where I'll put her, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, this is also just another very, very good defense just because of the unit composition here. I think Micaiah is a really good addition. The positioning of Micaiah is a bit peculiar because that leaves Yunaka vulnerable to get sniped. Yes, it does come down to a speed check, but that speed check can be met by specific units. I mean, I could probably have had Alm somewhere over there instead and have him, he would definitely win that speed check because of Speed Taker at the very least. And then on top of that, you can have your drives and your debuffs to help you take out Yunaka on the first turn and then get away. But I don't know how far you'd get with Camilla being one of the options to attack you. But yeah, Yunaka is exposed because, I mean, you can't really put Micaiah anywhere else. Because you want her to cover those 4 units that she's around. Those are the units that need protecting. Alongside Ather, I can definitely see, I understand the positioning of Micaiah here. And also, Athos doesn't really care about debuffs. It's okay, it's totally fine if he gets hit with undefended, because typically what will happen is that he'll survive most things. and debuffs only make him stronger, which is really peculiar. He's one of the few units that actually performs better when he's debuffed. And I feel like they put a lot of thought into his design in that aspect. It's gonna be interesting to see if they start doing that with more units, because debuffs are like such a prominent aspect of the meta currently. So I can totally see them flipping the game on its head and start making units that get stronger with debuffs. Looking at the likes of Male Robin, Legendary, and a few other units that function in that same vein. I think Ford is one of them. That gets a lot of true damage based off of, stuff like that. But GG's. All right, so that was a loss, and I think this one will probably be a loss as well. Again, just don't have the teams to deal with these defenses, man. I really messed up this week when it came to team building. Hardy Bearing on Hector here. No miracle support on any of my teams. No wind sweep. Shez does have miracle on one of the teams, but she won't be able to take out this Hector. That's not really her job. Unless she's really supported, she can do it then, but the one that I have isn't really set up for this. And then Yunaka again just is going to chase me down and really I don't have the opportunity to hit and run this. Yunaka is going to chase and will potentially snipe someone, so there's just no space here to get away. You'd really have to just do this on turn 1, or not even turn 1, because I do think I have the potential to wait a turn. But if I do, try to initiate here, it's definitely going to be a loss, because no one here is tanking anything. So, unfortunately, nothing I can do here. Ather here, making sure that you can't, try to save tank it. Unfortunately, this is just bad. Oh, man, I was really hoping to get an easier matchup here. And of course, there's the trap. I've already resigned this one. I'm not really looking to play this out. Just want to see if I can get Alm to take out this Hector here with the triangle attack. Kind of messed up here with his positioning because he's in range of Ather, so I'm gonna put him in the corner somewhere, and then try to get some more health on him. And then for the next turn, let's see what he can do to Hector, and then load up another match, because that's about all I can do for this one. There's no way that I can win. I don't have the team set up to win a match like this. Really, what you would need to do to win this is take out both Yunaka and Alm, but I don't have enough actions to do that with this team.
Sure, let's go.
Yeah, sadly. Yep, dying there. Didn't heal because I'm away from the healing tower, unfortunately. Alright, I think I'll move Thor and then swap positions with Alm and then see what that looks like next turn. But yeah, this is another good defense. What's impressive here is Hector surviving. I guess the merges are doing that. I have not even thought of putting Hector on defense for a while now, because he's just fallen that far off. In my opinion, I don't think he's the one that you want to be looking to save to be a far save. Which, I mean, at the very least, there aren't that many blue units that are threatening. Well, there are blue nukes that are threatening in the meta, but people aren't using them as much as the Yunakas and Lins. And Hector is a solid counter to those two, especially with Hardy Bearing. So, man, let's pop the dance here. Let's see if that...
Leave it to me.
I don't know. Let's pop the sabotage. Oh, that failed. Drag back. Yeah, Hector, at least because of his color, is able to counter Lin and
by your will.
Yunaka with Hardy Bearing, so he's doing the job in that regard. But I'm pretty sure that Bernadetta still takes him out because she's blue, and she just hits hard enough. There we go. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much all I can do here. All right, here we go. This one is at least one that we should be able to complete. Finally, we got an easy matchup. Finally. I've just been like super lazy and not wanting to change my teams. I probably would have had to if this went bad. Or if we got another tough matchup here, I would have had to change my teams because I don't think I would have had enough ladders to risk it one more time. So, yeah, luck comes in at the last minute. We're able to get a match that we can actually win with the Lin team. Even though I do have to put some thought into this one in terms of positioning, I actually didn't even notice that Idun had Hardy Bearing, which is a problem because I'm pretty sure Lin won't be able to kill her in the 2 hits that I'll get off. Yeah, it's pretty close. We can make that up with some positional stuff, I think, and then take it from there. But we're going to have to get out of the way because Golveg and very invested Mercedes, they're well built. Yeah, we're going to have to get out of their way so that, we don't get sniped in return because there's no saves on this team. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that we can wrap this one up, barring any stupid mistakes on my end. Okay. Oh, the new Zane is actually very interesting. This is like one of the few times, or I don't want to say first, but this is a pretty rare or unique. No, it's rare because I think they have done it before, where they've given a refine to a unit that is, rather notice something about IS. Whenever a unit, you can tell when a unit is going to get a cracked refine a lot of the times. A lot of the times it is the obscure units, like the units that aren't very popular. And a lot of people didn't pull on their banner. They like to give those units really busted refines just to increase the desirability of those units. You think of Xander comes to mind out of the legendary pool, and then also Zane, who I just mentioned, comes to mind. Not a very common unit. I won't say popular. Not a very common unit. Not a lot of people have had or still have that Zane from that banner that he was originally on. And then also Ephraim, Winter Ephraim was also another one that fit into that category. So there are a few units like that in the game where IS will just out of nowhere give them a cracked refine, and then you'll see a resurgence of that unit in the meta. And the reason that they do that is to increase sales for the unit, but also to try something out, just to see how it will function. A lot of times they get very unique and meta impactful refines. Like I was looking at even Eitri. Yeah, Eitri, the legendary Eitri. Little Gremlin. She got a very interesting refine with the schism in her weapon. That was the first time that they did it. It didn't go so well with her specifically because I don't think they gave her enough killing power for her to really be a threat. And unfortunately, I don't see her getting an ult anytime soon until maybe we've already gone over the Neath of Valir story, or was that Dagger's version of it? Maybe they'll give Reagan her own. I don't know, but I don't think Eitri is gonna get a refine or a remix or an ult anytime soon, unfortunately, which would then see her get a better version. But she was the first one that really had the schism in her weapon, so that was really interesting. And now you see it as a B skill, which is way better than what they've given to her. So a lot of times they do things like that on those obscure units. And Zane is this Zane that we got, the GHB. He's very good, and I was very surprised that they just kind of gave him away for free. He could have been a unit on a actual banner, but then it's really because of his popularity that I don't think people would have been too excited to pull for him. So I feel like this is a good balance to give him away as a GHB with a perf, because I feel like he's equally as strong as the one that the one that recently got refined. He's very good. I'm surprised that they didn't make him colorless. Blue is an interesting choice. I can't really think of why they would make him blue, but yeah, he's very strong. I don't think I'll build him personally because I don't really want to put my faith into a unit like that. And then also, it's who do you build a team around to me? And I think we are going in that direction with great talent. If you have units with great talent around him, like Alphonse and stuff like that, that's all going to stack and make him even stronger. So I definitely see Zane aging very well, this HP version of him. So keep an eye out for that. But that aside, I think he's really good. A lot of the units from this recent banner are pretty decent. You know, my only issue was with how Medius looked really derpy in his art, in his dragon form. I still think it's really, really derpy. But Naga, again, I think is really good, especially the fact that she's in the regular pool. I can't wait to like get merges on her, even though I don't think I'm going back on that banner, man. That was not a good time. But yeah, I think she's very, very good. And she will age well as more dragons get released. You know, it's always good to have dragon effectiveness, you know, just lying around, available to be used. And yeah, that's, you know, just some final thoughts on that banner that I didn't really get around to mentioning. I definitely think I'm going to change just a few of my teams for light season. I think I'm going to drop Lapis, unfortunately. I really like that team, the Lapis team, but I think I might also have to drop Edelgard as well, unfortunately. Because if Camilla is going to start to become more common, I'm going to need a way to get in. And the thing about Lapis is that she's a Cav, and I need the Initiator to not be worried about traps.
Sounds like fun.
So it doesn't really play well.
Leave it to me.
Because essentially I'd be losing an action, and I haven't figured that out yet. But that's the main issue with the Lapis team. Why I haven't really, and also it's just bonus unit. Bonus legendary rather? Who do I really put there? It's been a challenge, but I think I might drop that team. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Finally, we were able to get a match that we could actually win, or I could actually win. It's not been a great week for me in Faye at the very least. GG's. See you in the next one.